Now I'm here early in the morning, so the crowds aren't here yet, but locals and visitors alike come and visit the French market. Whether it's to pick up fresh produce, visit some of their favorite restaurants and shops, or to stop at the flea market for various knickknacks, everybody stops by. And why not? You can get a taste of the history and culture of the area, as well as pick up a few knickknacks while you're here. But the most interesting part is this place's long history and some tough times that has really molded it into the place that it is today. In 1779, the Spanish authorities ordered an enclosed market to prevent continued exposure of goods to the element. This is the French market official start. But history shows that this location was a trading place for the local native tribes when explorers first visited the area. The new settlers began an active trade with the native people since supplies from Europe were few and far between. It is officially known as America's oldest public market. The market has undergone many revamps and rebuilds over the years, including being burned to the ground in the 1789 fire that destroyed so much of the French Quarter. So it's not surprising that not only has its looks changed, but its purpose has evolved as well. In 1953, this flood wall here was erected to help stem the tide of the spring floods from the Mississippi. So when it was completed, this wall cut off access to the market for many of the boats that came in to deliver all their products to the market. This change caused a dramatic decline in how the French market operated and how much volume they had. And it had yet to become the tourist attraction it has become today. I'm standing here in Dutch Alley, as you can see behind me, home to the Artists Co-op and several great shops and stores. And this really represents a big portion of what happened, because it wasn't until 1975 where the French Market Corporation, aided by the city and Dutch Moriel, the mayor, began their first major renovation in over 50 years to the market. It was then decided that the market's storied history, entertainment, and tourist attraction become its main focus, instead of as a traditional market as it had been for hundreds of years. In my opinion, this was a great decision, with the flood wall, as we've talked about, blocking things off, and the changes in how trade worked and businesses got their goods. It was the right decision for the city to turn this into such a big item. This led to many enclosed shops, restaurants, of course the flea market, but still keeping the heart of it in the smaller area that still has fresh produce and some open stands, and the ability for artists and others to come along in this wonderful portion of New Orleans.
Today, the French market encompasses 6 blocks of buildings, starting at the world-famous Café du Monde, traveling downriver to the flea market bordering the U.S. Mint building. I'm going to give you our top 5 tips of what to see in the French market while you're there. Ready? All right, number 1 is no surprise, and the subject of its own video, link below. This is Café du Monde. You need to take the time to sit at the cafe, take your beignets to go, or eat them on the river from the coffee stand that's been around since 1862. Nothing like history and powdered sugar to make the day great. Number 2, Dutch Alley. Named after Dutch Moriel, the mayor that spurred the area's revival, this street has a National Jazz Historic Park as well as a local artist co-op. WWOZ Radio, number 3. Relocated from Armstrong Park after Hurricane Katrina, this station truly is the sound of the city. You should at the least tune in and think about stopping by and becoming a member to support the sounds of the Big Easy. Number 4, the flea market. With over 200 vendor booths, you can find just about anything. I suggest leaning towards some of the New Orleans-centric crafts and wares. This includes t-shirts for the folks back home that missed the trip, trinkets, local artist paintings. I've even worked there as an author. Number 5, although not actually part of the French market, it's the red line of the streetcar. Its end-of-the-line stop puts you across the street from the downriver end by the flea market. You can take a ride down and walk your way all the way back. At $3 for a day pass, it's well worth the ride. Jump back on, take a transfer, and you could ride for hours, carrying your coffee and beignets with you. That's the way to make friends. I hope this has been informative and given you some insight into one of my favorite places in the Big Easy. If you have any questions, please comment below. If you enjoyed, please give us a like and subscribe to the channel. Get the latest videos from us. We won't disappoint. We hope to see you soon and share more of our Big Easy life.